So you typed into Google, "What is a business analyst?" And now you ended up here. Good, because I'm about to ruin the mystery. A business analyst is not a wizard, not a prophet, not even a therapist. Though honestly, they do listen to people whine all day. A business analyst is the bridge, is between people who dream and people who code. They translate messy business problems into requirements that developers can actually build. Think of them as human Google Translate, but for tech and business. Still wondering, but really, what is a business analyst? Imagine your boss says, "We need an app that saves us money." That's it. No details, just desperation. Enter the business analyst. They interview stakeholders, gather requirements, maybe even draw some diagrams that nobody pretends to understand, and then turn that dream into something the tech team won't laugh at. You know how your grandma explains Facebook login issues by saying the computer is broken. A business analyst listens, decodes it into structured requirements, and then hands it to developers without causing tears. That's their superpower. And here's the kicker. A business analyst doesn't need to code like a wizard. They don't need to manage millions like a CFO. Their magic trick is asking annoying questions. Constantly. Questions like, what do you actually want? Why do you want it? What happens if we don't? And then they keep drilling until the answer makes enough sense to put in a document without crying. Of course, there's paperwork, lots of it. Ever heard of requirement documents? Yeah, that's a business analyst's version of love letters. They write user stories, process flow charts, acceptance criteria. Basically, they spend half their job reminding people what they said in the first meeting, because everyone already forgot. So, what is a business analyst in practical terms? They sit in meetings all day. They argue gently with developers, politely with testers, and desperately with stakeholders. They juggle expectations, protect timelines, and try to make sure what gets built doesn't end in complete chaos. They don't just say, "We can," like project managers. They ask, "But should we?" They're like the Jiminy Cricket of the corporate world. And here's the funny part. A business analyst is always blamed when things go wrong. If the app is late, must be requirements. If the app is broken, must be requirements. If the coffee machine is out, requirements again. But if it succeeds, everyone else takes the credit. Welcome to the glamorous life. But don't worry, it's not just pain. Being a business analyst is also about power. You get to shape solutions. You become the person who translates ideas into real, working systems. You get to say things like, "That's out of scope," with the authority of a legend, and you save teams from wasting months building junk nobody wanted. So, to wrap it up, what is a business analyst? They're the translator, the negotiator, the peacekeeper, and sometimes the scapegoat. But without them, businesses would be stuck with expensive PowerPoint decks and zero working apps. They're the glue that makes chaos look structured. That's a business analyst.